We're now talking about My Hero Academia. And the chapter was good. It was mostly more of Hawk's backstory and seeing that the hero society is slightly in shambles. So it started with, again, his backstory, seeing how his dad was a real bastard and his mom was weak, more or less. As we find out, his dad murdered someone, but his mom's powers were able to keep him in hiding, and he was an accident. Hawks, anyway. And so he clung to heroes as fictional, and so on. He had this little Endeavor doll that he seemed to treasure, and one day he came home from whatever he was doing, and his mother tells him that his father was arrested by Endeavor, and that's when heroes became real to him, and so they leave because the mother's paranoid. I think then he gets more or less found by the government agency as they want to wipe his name, but because they'll take care of him, Hawks, the mother will be well compensated. So that's what happens. That's how he gets into the program and so on. We see modern day. He's driving with Best Jeanist somewhere. And we find out that Best Jeanist more or less has like a Batmobile, like some sort of souped up supercar, which seemed oddly out of place. At least in the My Hero universe, which is what's really funny about it. They take down, the car, and Best Jeanist take down a random gang of losers that are attacking everything, and we see the continued distrust in heroes as when they look into a crowd of people who are watching this or seeing them. We see that about half of the people are happy to see them and the other half are not. So heroes are not in the best way. They're probably not, well, it's said that a lot of the heroes left because of the backlash that happened with Endeavor and everyone else. So the heroes are not looking great in the eyes of the public at this point. You only have about half admiring him and the other half not caring. Best Jeanist also asked, I remembered, where are the police as well and the other heroes, and a couple of the folks explained that the cops are off after escaped criminals and the heroes left, closed up shop and left the town. So Best Jeanist plans on putting some of his sidekicks in the town to keep it protected. We then continue on. We find out that Hawks' mother was the cause of a leak that happened. Didn't the villains know about them, that they were going to attack, and they were slightly prepared? If they weren't, I just don't remember. But from what this is implying, that they did know, and we find out that Hawks' mother was the culprit of that, was the leak. We also find out how Hawks was able to fake Best Jeanist's death and how he was able to revive him afterwards. It was some sort of like Nomu state where he's sort of dead but not, and then he was able to revive him and so on. So that's how they were able to fool everyone into thinking that Best Jeanist was dead and so on. At the end of the chapter, we find out that Hawks plans on trying to help Endeavor clear his name, I guess, and try to help him in any way he can to continue on, as he wants to kind of change his own origin, is what he says, and he wants to help Endeavor. So it'll be interesting where it goes from here. I'm not completely sure because everything could just change. I have no idea, but it was a good chapter. I don't know where he'll go, how far the fallout will be, who's next. Are we going to end up seeing students leaving UA? Are we going to see Deku just being in a coma for a year and a half? Are we going to see the inside of his head during the coma? Lots of questions. This chapter answered none of them and didn't really do anything. So it's a bit of a pointless chapter, but it was still good to get more context onto Hawk and even build up his character again, seeing as how he might now just be able to be a hero instead of having to do the spy thing, maybe, or he'll go back to being a spy. I have no idea. But overall, I'd give that chapter a B. Like I said, it was good, but it was a very nothing chapter outside of seeing that heroes aren't as trusted as they used to be, but we'll end up seeing if that holds or if it'll get back on track and get better from here. But for now, I think a B is fine. So with that, if you enjoyed my ramblings, please leave a like. And as always, thank you for watching.